Atlantis is considered one of the greatest mysteries of human history. Described by the ancient Greek philosopher Plato, this lost continent is a legendary civilization that is said to have had an advanced civilization and was submerged in a great catastrophe. But whether Atlantis really existed, whether it is a myth or historical fact, is still a matter of debate. Plato's Atlantis story. The earliest and most detailed account of Atlantis is found in Plato's dialogues Timaeus and Critias. Plato says that Atlantis existed as a great maritime power about 9,000 years ago and was located in the Atlantic Ocean beyond the present-day Strait of Gibraltar, the ancient Pillars of Hercules. Atlantis was an advanced civilization with enormous wealth and great power over other nations, but over time the people of Atlantis fell into moral decline. Punished by the gods, the civilization was destroyed overnight by a massive earthquake and flood and sank into the depths of the sea.
There is a huge amount of unrecorded human history beneath the ocean surface that we don't know very much about at all.
The geographical location of Atlantis, myth or reality. The exact location of the Atlantis described by Plato remains a mystery. Historians, archaeologists, and researchers have developed many theories to find traces of Atlantis. Here are some of the most prominent theories. 1. Santorini theory. Some scientists suggest that Atlantis was the Minoan civilization on the island of Santorini, which was destroyed by a massive volcanic eruption in the 1600s BC. Its advanced city structures, trade routes, and sudden collapse bear great resemblance to the Atlantis legend. 2. The Caribbean and Bahamas theory. While Atlantis is claimed to be buried somewhere in the Bermuda Triangle or around the Bahama Islands, the underwater stone alignments called the Bimini Road are linked to Atlantis with the idea that they may be the remains of an ancient road or wall. 3. The Antarctic theory. According to some theories, Atlantis may be hidden under the ice-covered Antarctica. As a result of the Earth's axis shift, Atlantis's climate may have changed and it may have been covered with ice. 4. Plato's fiction theory. Many historians suggest that Atlantis did not really exist, and that Plato created a fictional civilization to tell a moral story. Atlantis was perhaps created as a metaphor to criticize Plato's conception of the ideal state. Characteristics of the Atlantean civilization. According to Plato's account, Atlantis was a very advanced civilization and in many ways ahead of its time. Advanced city planning. Atlantis had a symmetrical city structure surrounded by circular canals and harbors, technology, and engineering. The city had huge temples and buildings covered in gold and silver. Rich natural resources. Atlantis had large mineral deposits and fertile soil.
Piercing the deep oceans and turning accurate data into 3D images.
Powerful navy. Atlantis had the most powerful navy of its time and traded with other continents. City of the god Poseidon. Atlantis was a sacred place believed to have been founded by Poseidon, the god of the sea. The cultural and popular impact of Atlantis. Atlantis has attracted not only historians and archaeologists, but also artists, writers, and filmmakers, movies, and TV series. Atlantis has been the subject of many movies and TV series. Disney's Atlantis, The Lost Empire, brought this legend to the world of animation. Science fiction and fantasy novels. There are references to Atlantis in works such as Jules Verne's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Esoteric and spiritual beliefs. Some spiritualist groups claim that Atlantis was an advanced spiritual civilization and the source of wisdom. Is Atlantis fact or myth? Atlantis is a mysterious civilization that stands between archaeology, history, and mythology. Some scholars consider Plato's account to be a historical event, while others argue that it was merely a philosopher's metaphor. However, the search for Atlantis is never-ending, and new discoveries may unearth traces of this lost civilization. Perhaps one day, in the depths of the ocean, the remains of Atlantis may indeed be found.